Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Worm Factory 360. You know, on my other channel, I don't show enough of my towers. So I'm going to show you more towers on this channel because I know there's a lot of people that are beginners and they want to learn. And I know there's a lot of people that like the towers, like I've always liked them. And they want to learn how to use them also. So in this tray, which this is the bottom tray, the first tray, which is called the working tray. In here I have 4 species of worms. I have European night crawlers, African night crawlers, red wigglers, and Louisiana swamp worms. Now, as far as one species overtaking the other, I really haven't noticed that yet. But I'm wondering if in time I will notice one taking over the other. My guess is that the red wigglers, there are no blues in here, will take over this. But that's only a guess. I don't really know. So we're going to see. I'm fluffing it up because in these towers, my goal is not to breed them. It's to create castings and get rid of my compost, like my food scraps. So fluffing it up is okay. And, you know, worms, they need oxygen. So it's okay to fluff them up. They're not going to get too mad at you. So I'm going to add a couple of more worms and bedding and cocoons that I took out of my nursery. So in here, I have a little bit of everything. And we're gonna fluff this up. Now this is castings that has the cocoons from, you know, them being in the nursery all together. And it has good moisture, but I think I like it a little wetter. And it has like all the microbes and everything already going since I pulled it out of the nursery. But, you know, these bins should never be saturated. Because if they are, they're going to leak out of the bottom, the spigot, and that's stuff that you just don't need in there. That's leachate. Leachate is not a good product. So they're doing well in here. I'm noticing that they're very young. Plus this straw that I put in here, they're eating it. So I did have food scraps for them. But I left it upstairs, of course. But we're going to do a pumpkin experiment. The pumpkins I have here on the shelf are getting soft, or some of them. So I like to wait till they're soft. Or I freeze them and then I take them out to thaw and then I feed it to them. It just helps them out. So this is a smaller one. And you can see it's already getting yucky. So I'm going to put this one in here just like this whole. And I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they eat it and I don't create a disaster in this. So that's another tip for you. You know, in all my videos, I try to give you tips and tricks as I go along the way. If you want them to eat your pumpkin faster, you need to freeze it. Freeze it and then let it defrost and then put it in your worms. Never take out a pumpkin frozen from the freezer and then put it in like your African nightcrawler bin. Remember, African nightcrawlers are sensitive to cold and they definitely won't like it. They'll run away. It could kill some of them. It'll make the temperature of your bedding go down. So you don't need that. So just wait till it's room temperature. But this one has been here sitting in my worm room. I have not frozen it. I didn't freeze it. So I'm just going to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to put it like this. And we're going to not bury it 100% because I want to look at it. We're just going to go like this and see what happens. Let's say we're just tucking the pumpkin away for a nap. This is the hole is over here. So let's stuff it a little. Okay. Okay. Now pumpkin is naturally sweet. And the worms absolutely love it. Pumpkin and watermelon are the 2 things that I've seen them go crazy over. I've also seen them go crazy over sweet potatoes. Believe it or not, that's another thing I gotta show you. The sweet potato trick. But we're gonna tuck this in. I am gonna moisten this a little bit with water, only because, you know, I think it's a little dry. I don't like it dry. So let's see, the newspaper. Guess I should tuck it in around the sides. Like that. And I'm gonna wet this down. So to those of you that are new here, thank you for subscribing. You could go visit me on my other channel too, The Garden and Worm Lady. If you all need worms or supplies for worms, visit my website, thegardenandwormlady.com. And I usually have stuff there. I also like to run sales. I give out coupons. I just do stuff like that over there because I know I want to help you guys out. So when I started worm composting, in January, it'll be 21 years. I started off with a tower. It wasn't these bigger 360 one. It was just a worm factory itself. And I had it in that orange, and I thought it was the most amazing thing. This is like, there were only a few YouTube videos on it. And if I had this really old computer that would sometimes get online, sometimes it wouldn't. So I kind of learned from an older lady. And I kind of learned also by just trying things and see what works and what doesn't work, you know. I cook a lot. Joe and I raised 4 kids. So I had a lot of kitchen scraps. And I just didn't want to dump them into the garbage and the landfill because I'm a gardener. I needed something organic and not a chemical fertilizer for my garden. So that's where worms came in. And I've just been obsessed with them ever since. So here you can add shredded newspaper, shredded cardboard. I put my junk mail in here. Lately, bananas are like ripening really fast and like going brown. I put them in here. So this is only one of my towers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 towers. Yeah, I know. I'm obsessed with towers. So as we go on this channel along the way, I'll show you my other towers and what we could do with them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Watch my videos, tell your friends, share it. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Take care, guys. So next time we took care of this one today. I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to do that one. And then I have another one upstairs in my kitchen called a frog something. And I keep that one upstairs because it's purple in color. And I think it's really attractive for my kitchen. It's pretty. Not that these are ugly, but just, I don't know. The purple one's cute. I like things that look cute. This one was my first tower that I got 21 years ago. And it's still going. It's called the gusanito, which means little worm in Spanish. I found it online somewhere. I don't even remember where. And they sent it to me. And then I ordered my worms from a guy in Conroe, Texas. I don't think he's living anymore. But he sent me red wigglers. And that's back then when red wigglers were still pure. I don't know what he raised them on. I am assuming manure because he sent me the biggest red wigglers I have ever seen. And some of mine in here are about that size. But back then, you know, I didn't know what I was doing with them. I had no idea. You know that back then I never added grit to my worm bins because honestly, I didn't know that was a thing you did. So one of these tower things was pure paper. That's it. It was strips of newspaper soaked in water. I didn't have a shredder. And I started on my red wigglers like that. And, you know, they did fine. So, I don't know. And then as I started doing my research, I started learning a little more. I started using cardboard. And I noticed that that glue in the cardboard, they went crazy over. And then it just went on from there. So, this is my first one. This is my original baby. So I'm going to be showing you these guys. And you know, for those of you that want to learn how to compost, something like this in your kitchen is not a bad idea. Every once in a blue moon, I'll see a worm come out and fall, but it's rare. I always keep something underneath the spigot. As you can see, this one I overwet and it dripped. It's also a great thing to teach your kids about. You know, my kids, all 4 of them, grew up around the worms, and they know exactly what they are and what to do with them. So it's not a bad thing to teach kids to keep the stuff out of the landfill and to, you know, produce castings for you. And who knows, maybe instead of having a lemonade stand outside, you could have a casting stand outside in the spring and invite people to come and buy your organic, you know, worm poop that doesn't smell. Make sure you tell them it doesn't smell, because it really doesn't. So I hope you you stay tuned and enjoy these videos, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.